Mention BMW to anyone, and they'll likely picture a sleek sports sedan or a powerful SUV. These vehicles are the epitome of German engineering, blending performance with luxury in a way that few other brands can match. Whether it's the roar of the engine or the plush interiors, BMW has carved out a niche that appeals to both the heart and the mind. It's a brand synonymous with performance, luxury, and that certain something that makes you want to put your foot down. The thrill of driving a BMW is something that enthusiasts around the world cherish. From the precision of the steering to the comfort of the seats, every detail is meticulously crafted to offer an unparalleled driving experience. But what many don't realize is that BMW's story begins not on the Autobahn, but in the skies above a war-torn Europe. The company was founded in 1916 during the height of World War I, and its initial focus was on producing aircraft engines. These engines were crucial for the war effort, providing the power and reliability needed for military aircraft. That's right, folks. Long before they were building ultimate driving machines, BMW was in the business of aircraft engines. These early engines were marvels of engineering, designed to deliver maximum power while maintaining reliability under extreme conditions. The expertise gained during this period would later become the foundation for BMW's success in the automotive industry. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aircraft engines? That's as dull as ditch water. But hold on, because the story of BMW's early years is anything but boring. It's a tale of innovation, perseverance, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. But trust me, this is where the story gets interesting. The challenges faced by BMW's engineers in those early days were immense. They had to develop engines that could withstand the rigors of aerial combat, all while pushing the boundaries of what was technically possible at the time. You see, to build a good aircraft engine, you need power, but power alone isn't enough. These engines also had to be incredibly reliable, capable of performing flawlessly under the most demanding conditions. This focus on reliability would become a hallmark of BMW's engineering philosophy. But you also need reliability. An engine that fails in mid-air is not just an inconvenience. It's a matter of life and death. BMW's engineers understood this better than anyone, and their commitment to reliability set new standards in the industry. And above all, you need precision engineering. Every component of those early engines had to be crafted with the utmost precision, ensuring that they worked together seamlessly. This attention to detail is something that BMW has carried forward into all of its products, from motorcycles to luxury cars. These are principles that would come to define BMW even as they shifted gears and entered the world of motorcycles and eventually automobiles. The transition wasn't easy, but the skills and knowledge gained from building aircraft engines proved invaluable. Today, BMW is a global icon, known for its commitment to quality, performance, and innovation. And it all started with those early engines built for the skies, but destined to conquer the roads. Our story begins in 1916, in the midst of the chaos of World War I. The world was engulfed in conflict, and nations were scrambling to gain any advantage they could on the battlefield. Germany, locked in a desperate struggle, needed powerful engines for its warplanes. The skies were becoming a crucial front in the war, and superior aircraft could turn the tide of battle. This is where BMW, or Bayerische Motorenwerke, Bavarian Motor Works, stepped onto the stage. The company was poised to make a significant impact on the war effort with its engineering prowess. Initially known as Rapp Motorenwerke, the company was founded by Karl Rapp. Rapp was an engineer with a vision, and he saw the potential in creating high-performance engines. They began by building aircraft engines, and they were bloody good at it. These engines were not just powerful, they were also reliable, a crucial factor in the harsh conditions of aerial combat. Their engines were powerful, reliable, and helped give the German Air Force an edge. Pilots trusted these engines to perform under pressure, and they often did, but then the war ended, and with it the demand for aircraft engines plummeted. The Treaty of Versailles imposed severe restrictions on Germany, including a ban on producing warplanes. Germany was forbidden from producing warplanes or their engines. This was a massive blow to BMW, which had built its reputation and business on these very products. This left BMW in a bit of a pickle. The company had to quickly pivot and find a new direction to survive in the post-war economy. What do you do when your main source of income suddenly vanishes? The answer for BMW was to innovate and diversify. Well, if you're BMW, you adapt or die. the company began to explore new markets and products, eventually transitioning to manufacturing automobiles and motorcycles. This shift not only saved BMW, but also set the stage for its future success as a global automotive leader. Faced with a factory full of skilled engineers and a market that no longer needed their product, BMW took a gamble. They turned their attention to something completely different: motorcycles. In 1923, BMW launched the R32. Now, this wasn't just any motorcycle. The R32 was a game changer. It featured a flat twin engine, a design that would become synonymous with BMW motorcycles. This engine layout, with its horizontally opposed cylinders, offered excellent balance and smooth power delivery. It was also incredibly robust, perfect for navigating the, shall we say, unforgiving roads of the time. The R32 was a hit, and it laid the foundation for BMW's future success in the motorcycle world. By the 1930s, BMW had established itself as a major player in the motorcycle market. Their motorcycles were known for their reliability, performance, and innovative engineering. These machines were not just modes of transportation. They were symbols of freedom and adventure, capturing the spirit of the open road. But they weren't content with just two wheels. The company had bigger ambitions, driven by a desire to push the boundaries of what was possible in the world of transportation. They had their sights set on something bigger: automobiles. The allure of four wheels and the potential to revolutionize the car industry was too tempting to resist. In 1932, BMW dipped their toes into the car market with the Dixie, a licensed copy of the British Austin 7. This small, compact car was BMW's first foray into the automotive world, marking the beginning of a new chapter for the company. It was a decent enough car, but it wasn't exactly what you'd call exciting. The Dixie was practical and reliable, but it lacked the flair and innovation that BMW was known for in their motorcycles. BMW needed a car that truly reflected their engineering prowess, something sporty and stylish. The engineers and designers at BMW were determined to create a vehicle that would stand out in the crowded automotive market. Enter the BMW 303, launched in 1933. This car was a game changer for BMW, showcasing their ability to innovate and excel in the automotive industry. This was the car that truly put BMW on the automotive map. The 303 was not just a car, it was a statement of intent, a declaration that BMW was here to stay in the world of automobiles. It featured a sleek aerodynamic design and, most importantly, a new six-cylinder engine. This engine was a marvel of engineering, providing the power and performance that BMW would become famous for. This engine, with its characteristic inline layout, would become another hallmark of the BMW brand. The inline six-cylinder engine was smooth, powerful and efficient, setting a new standard for automotive engineering. It was the beginning of a legacy that continues to this day, with BMW engines renowned for their performance and reliability. Section 5, A Dark Cloud, BMW and World War II. The 1930s were a time of growth and innovation for BMW, but the outbreak of World War II in 1939 brought it all to a grinding halt. Like many German companies, BMW was forced to contribute to the war effort. They shifted back to producing aircraft engines, this time for the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force. It's a dark chapter in BMW's history, and one that the company has grappled with ever since. After the war, Germany was in ruins, and BMW was on the brink of collapse. Their factories lay in ruins, and their equipment had been confiscated. To make matters worse, they were forbidden from producing automobiles for several years after the war. Section 6, A Tiny Savior, the Isetta. With their factories in ruins and the future uncertain, BMW needed a miracle. And in a way, that miracle arrived in the form of the Isetta. Now, I know what you're thinking. The Isetta, that tiny egg-shaped thing with a door in the front? Yes, that Isetta. You see, in the post-war years, people needed cheap, efficient transportation. The Isetta, with its tiny size and low price tag, fit the bill perfectly. It may have looked a bit odd, but it was a stroke of genius. The Isetta was a massive success, selling over 160,000 units. It kept BMW afloat during those difficult years, allowing them to rebuild and eventually return to building the cars they were known for. Section 7. Back in the fast lane. By the late 1950s, BMW was back on its feet. They were producing cars again, and they were determined to reclaim their position as a leader in automotive innovation. They launched a series of new models, including the sporty 1500 sedan and the luxurious 3200 CS coupe. These cars were a hit, and they helped to re-establish BMW's reputation for building high-performance, desirable automobiles. BMW also began to make a name for themselves in motorsport. Their cars were winning races and rallies around the world, further cementing their image as a maker of true driver's cars. Section 8. The future is electric. Today, BMW continues to push the boundaries of automotive technology. They're at the forefront of the electric vehicle revolution, with models like the i3 and i8 showcasing their commitment to sustainable mobility. They're also investing heavily in autonomous driving technology, artificial intelligence and connectivity. Some people might say that electric cars are a bit dull, but I disagree. They're the future, and BMW is leading the charge. Section 9. The ultimate driving machine, today and tomorrow. From its humble beginnings as an aircraft engine manufacturer to its current status as a global automotive powerhouse, BMW has always been driven by a passion for innovation and a commitment to building the ultimate driving machine. They've faced challenges and setbacks along the way, but they've always come out stronger. So the next time you see a BMW gliding down the road, remember its remarkable journey. It's a story of resilience, ingenuity, and a relentless pursuit of excellence.